On March 7th, 2024, South Carolina joined the list of states that allow permitless concealed carry. This law has stirred significant controversy and raised concern among advocates for gun safety. Here to share why they oppose this law is Moms Demand Action South Carolina chapter leader Kristen Moldenhauer and their Charleston Local Lead, Yvette Anderson. Ladies, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Now, Kristen, before we dive into this, can you tell me a little bit about Moms Demand Action?
Sure. So Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America is a nonpartisan grassroots organization. We focus on gun violence prevention. We are composed of gun owners, gun violence survivors, educators, students, business owners, faith leaders, anyone in the community who's concerned about gun violence prevention, and also advocates for firearm safety.
Yeah. And now, what are the primary concerns from a gun violence prevention standpoint with this new law?
With the new law, so the new law, Permitless Carry law, allows for individuals 18 years old to now purchase firearms. And the previous law, before Permitless passed, was for those 21 years old and older would be allowed to purchase firearms. So in the concern, one major concern of ours is in lowering the age from 21 to 18. We know that that age group from 18 to 20 years old is 3 times more likely to commit homicide than those 21 years and older. And so we're very concerned about lowering the age to legally purchase a firearm to 18 and what that will mean, especially in North Charleston, where we're also always the, already the 5th highest rate of gun violence in the country.
And now, what would you say, Yvette, for as far as solutions go? Would we offer, free training courses? What would be the ideal situation to make this law make more sense in your eyes?
Well, for me, it would be if there was free safety training and just to offer, especially since they lowered the age to 18, to have them, okay, you're 18 years old, have the training for them, and the safety training, and just the fact that so they would know how to handle a firearm, know the safety, know the proper procedures of storing them, knowing the proper procedures of locking them in case they are around younger children or if there's younger children in the household, to make sure that it's just not sitting out for someone to get. And with it being now open carry and you can ride in your vehicle with it out in the open, that I feel like it opens it up more for car break-ins, because if you got your gun sitting there in the car unattended, not secured, that's just inviting someone to say, oh, hey, there goes a gun. Why not go break into this car and go get it?
Yeah. And now we've been seeing in recent years that permitless concealed carry has been getting passed more frequently in more states, a few of our neighboring states. What is the biggest difference between, let's say South Carolina and North Carolina with these laws?
Right, so South Carolina has a far more kind of extreme version of the permitless carry bill than our neighboring states. The 3 big things with our bill is, like I said, it lowers the age from 21 to 18 years old to purchase a firearm. Our law also does away with background checks, so you're no longer required to complete a background check when you purchase a firearm. We have done away with any safety training requirements whatsoever to purchase a firearm. And also no permit is required. And so to compare that to North Carolina, they still require background checks. And so those are major concerns of ours with this bill.
Yeah, and now I do want to ask what your response to the argument of, some proponents are saying that this upholds Second Amendment rights. What would you say to that?
I would say that, if you take a closer look at the Second Amendment does not say no restrictions whatsoever on gun ownership, right? And so we can support the Second Amendment, which we do. Our organization strongly supports the Second Amendment and responsible gun ownership. And we can support the Second Amendment while also supporting responsible gun ownership. And so things like background checks and things like permitting, which makes it much easier for law enforcement officers to, when they pull someone over, to know whether they're a legal gun owner or not. Things like that, it makes sense to have some restrictions on purchasing these firearms, and it does not violate the Second Amendment to have those. It just creates a more safe community.
Yeah. And now, do you guys have any events coming up that our viewers can go to learn more about Moms Demand Action?
Yes, we do. We have our big Web Orange event, which will be on June the 8th at the Town of Arundel's Town Hall in Arundel, and the time for that be from 10 to 12. We have various speakers that will be there. We will have someone speaking on mental health. We will also have survivors of gun violence that will be there also speaking, and we have different organizations also that will be there speaking that are also our community partners. So again, that will be on June the 8th from 10 to 12 at the Town Hall in Arundel, South Carolina, where the mayor, Mayor McGreen, is the mayor of the town of Arundel. So we hope and pray that everyone can come out and see and learn more about what we are doing on Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense Violence.
Wonderful. And our viewers can visit momsdemandaction.org to learn more and find out more about this event. Ladies, thank you so much for sharing today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're back in 2 minutes.